It's that point in the programme where we look around the news to find hopefully one or two stories you've not heard about. So, Sean, would you like to kick us off for this Monday morning? What have you got?
I certainly can do. And sticking with this kind of Christmassy theme, we were talking about decorations earlier. Some rather inappropriate decorations have been withdrawn from sale on Amazon. They were Auschwitz themed.
Oh, wow.
Which feels harrowing. A really weird choice to have made in the first place. They had Christmas tree decorations, a bottle opener and a mouse pad, which it just makes you wonder who has signed off on that.
That is absolutely bizarre, isn't it? I mean, we've
a mouse pad.
A mouse pad with, just
maybe
Auschwitz
whoever created
imagery.
Windows, maybe they would... Or whoever created the mousepad, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just a bizarre one, isn't it? I mean, no wonder there's been an outcry about this.
Yeah, it's obviously not appropriate at all, but I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall in that meeting where they discussed that being a good idea.
I'll tell you what's festive. Mousepads.
Of course, that's what you
obviously
want
how
at
it went.
Christmas.
Yeah, let's go for that. You're right, that conversation must have been fascinating for all the wrong reasons. So, needless to say, they have been withdrawn then,
They
have they?
have been withdrawn after a huge outcry online, as I'm sure you can well imagine.
You see, sometimes you hear about these online outcries, people getting offended on behalf of others and all the rest of it, but I think in this case it's completely justified, isn't it? Yeah.
I wonder how interesting their Christmas day is, those people who came up with those ideas.
Yes. Yeah, the mind boggles, actually. In fact, I don't think let's go any further into that one. We could be going down a very bizarre sort of avenue. What have you got for us, Rhi?
Okay, so I've got a chap who is serving life for murder, and he claims he served his sentence because he died during a medical emergency. He had a heart attack and was dead for a few minutes. And and now he's going to court saying, "You sentenced me to life, not life plus 1 day." The court said, "Scriber, you're either alive, in which case you must remain in prison, or you're dead, in which case the appeal is moot." So.
You'd heard about this story, Sean.
I came across this one in the last couple of days, and it's just... You kind of almost see his point that if he's died...
Worth a try.
Well, it's
it?
worth a shot, isn't it? What have you got to lose at this point?
Well, I suppose that's it, isn't it? So he's basically saying because his heart stopped for a short time...
Yeah, because he technically died. Yeah, he served his life sentence. So
you do have to give him credit for trying. I mean, I wonder what the families affected think about this. But there are some bizarre stories around this morning.
Oh, yeah. Cheery.
You've really gone for some of the...
I literally Googled weird news, so it didn't disappoint.
And the weirdness has definitely come. I mean, you hear of technicalities in court, but that would be the sort of ultimate getting off on the technicality, wouldn't it? I've got some telly news for you this morning. Surprise, surprise. Right, Gavin and Stacey, where do you both stand?
Love Gavin and Stacey.
I've never watched it, but everyone tells me to watch it. My brother tells me to watch it all the time. So.
He's a big fan, is he? Well, it's back on Christmas Day. Have you seen any of the trailers yet?
I haven't, no. I'm coming in entirely blind.
Well, let's put it this way, without giving too much away. I think poor old Uncle Bryn is having a bit of a nightmare cooking the old Christmas dinner. As you can imagine, he's cooking for 13 people. So
13 is not good.
I'm guessing that the Essex contingents are off to Barry on Christmas Day, because in the Christmas special, what would be 10 years ago now, more than 10 years, I think the Welsh lot went to the English lot, as it were. So Ruth Jones, who of course plays Nessa and has co-written Gavin and Stacey with James Corden, has spoken out saying it was a bit strange working together again, but she said it's just like playing when they got back together, her and James Corden. Now, he's done really well, hasn't he?
Definitely.
He's rubbing shoulders with all the A-listers now, isn't he, with his carpool karaoke and whatnot.
I don't quite get the appeal of James Corden, controversially.
Personally, he's never done it for me. No. I find him a bit smug.
I find him a bit much sometimes, but like you say, he's done all right for himself.
You can't argue with that. I think smug possibly. And some of the scenes in Gavin and Stacey, he clearly gives himself some of the best lines and some of the best, where they sing along with songs and do all daft things like that. Having said that, Alison Steadman, for me, as Pamela, is the absolute star of the show. Larry Lamb is great as well. It's the older characters that actually...
They have a really good chemistry, I think, those two. They're so good.
So good. Alison Steadman is brilliant. So no details about the plot, by the way, apart from Bryn and the Christmas dinner. That's all we know. But it will be on Christmas Day, this big reunion special. And as we know, there'll be Doctor Who, Call the Midwife, a Strictly special on Christmas Day. Do you watch Strictly?
Well, no, I've recently got into it purely because... I just fancy AJ. So now I think I'm just going to take up dancing, try and find a doppelganger of him, and yeah. That's the only reason.
Enjoying your honesty this morning. That's absolutely fine. Right then, it's time for that Christmas song. Should we do it now? Should we just
Let's do it.
Should we just go mad? Right.
Yes.
I've had just a quick skeet around our Christmas collection, and I thought we had to go for this Christmas number one of the classics from 1985. It's Shaky.